Okay guys, before I get into the video, I just want to say sorry for the audio of the video. I started rewatching it right now after I shot it, and some of the video is just crap. I don't know why it kind of is fuzzy. I think it might be because where I had the microphone, I might have had it down, or no, I did have it down here. And so that might have muffled some of the sound and it got scrambly sometimes, so I apologize for that. It's only a couple times in the video where it happens, and then there's a couple times where it gets muffled. So again, I apologize. I learned that from this video, so I won't make that same mistake. So yeah, I'll get into the video now.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to my office and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my office if you're a returning subscriber and you're watching my latest video. I appreciate you, and thank you for tuning in and welcome back. So it's been a while since I made my last video. It's been about 3 weeks, and really the reason why the last 3 weeks, every weekend me and my wife have been searching for houses. It's been a really stressful, I mean, I don't want to say stressful, but it's just been busy, you know. Like every weekend we see some houses we want to go view, our agent hits us up, we get the appointments, and it's just every weekend we go view these houses and we put offers in. And you know, so far it's just been like, see a couple houses we like every weekend, put an offer in, they accept another offer, and that's just how it's been. And nothing different with this weekend thus far. Yesterday, which was 123, so you know, just yesterday. Today is 124 when I'm recording this. 123, you know, we viewed 5 houses. One we really liked, we put our offer in. I really feel like, you know, with this one we're putting our offers much more than an asking price. We have really good terms, so I'm really hopeful for this one. I got my fingers crossed. So just, you know, I'm really trying to stay positive for this one. I really hope we get this house. Trying to, you know, start the next chapter of our life. But that's just another thing. That's not, you know, neither here nor there. So, but you know, every weekend has been busy. Every weekend has been busy. So apologies for taking so long to make another video, is what I was trying to say. Okay, so with the video for today, let's talk about, of course, my progress with my FTMO live account. Let's talk about my first withdrawal, and let's also talk about the refund, because if you remember, when you take the FTMO challenge, you pass the challenge, pass the verification, it says that you get a refund for the price you paid, you know, once you pass. So something very important about that you should want to know. I'll get to that a little bit later in the video, but it's pretty important. I think, you know, I've had a lot of questions about that, so I'll cover that in just a minute. Okay, so other than that, let's get into the video. I'm excited to be back, and just let's go. Okay, so with my FTMO withdrawal, my first withdrawal, how much was my withdrawal? There is no withdrawal, to be honest. I did not make any money. I'm actually in 2.3% drawdown as we speak, and that's just what it is. You know, that's part of the game. You're not going to be winning every single month. I've had a losing streak. Losses are part of the business. I needed, for a while, you know, I had a really hard time with that, and I'm finally starting to grasp that that's just what it is. I'm in a losing streak. My last 3 trades have been really well. Really good trades. I feel like I'm kind of back to normal. I'm really excited for the upcoming week, but for my first check from FTMO, I'm not getting one. So I was kind of sad, you know, about that. You know, they emailed me saying, you know, hey, you didn't make anything, and it's normal. This happens, you know, often, kind of thing. But you know, continue trading as normal, and hopefully, you know, you'll get some profit the next split, which I'm pretty sure I will. But this one, it is what it is. I didn't get the profit split. I'm in drawdown. But you know, with this, you know, the stats from my last video, if you hear those stats, you'll think like, you know, I probably would have blown my account. But I'm still in really good position. I'm really happy about that. I'm very grateful to be in that position. So I'm just looking forward to continue trading, and yeah, I'm looking forward to, you know, eventually getting my first check from FTMO. Okay, so like I said, you know, losses are part of the business. I'm in drawdown 2.3%, and you're not always going to have a winning month. And I feel like every trader should have a losing month because it's a humbling experience, you know. So, I mean, prior to this month where I actually have the live account, you know, of course, that's just how it's going to work. I have this live account, and my first month with a live account, I have my first losing month. And it's just something humbling about it, you know. But like I said, losses are part of this business. It's part of the game. Like, if I really think about it, 3 months before this losing month have been great. I passed the challenge, I passed the verification, and then the last month, well, actually, it wasn't a great month, but I had a horrible stretch of trading, but I was only down 2.5% in drawdown. So realistically, I'm in really good position. I had a really good stretch of trading, and it's just normal, you know. You're not going to be a brilliant trader all the time. You could have brilliant setups, but the market is just going to do what it wants to do, and sometimes you just can't capitalize. Some of these setups were trash, to be honest. That when I look back at my log, some of these trades I'd taken, they were trash, but some of them were really good setups, but just couldn't capitalize on them. Would I take that same trade again? Absolutely. I'll take that trade 100 times. I guarantee if I took that trade 100 times, I'd be making a lot of money. So that's the mindset you got to have. You know, you got to trade systematically, and you got to keep taking those same setups, because those same setups is what got me here in the first place. And I know they're successful because I passed the challenge, I passed the verification. So they're obviously profitable. So you just got to keep that kind of thing in mind. So for the refund that you get when you look on the website, you're saying you passed the challenge, passed the verification, you will get your refund for the amount you paid to take the challenge and verification. So with that, they emailed me back on the profit split day saying, hey, you didn't make anything. Just keep trading for the next split, which will for me is going to be February 15th. And I emailed them back and I said, well, okay, just question about the refund. When do I get the refund back for the payment I made to take the challenge and the verification? And the thing with that is, actually, you should know, you only get that back with your first actual profit split. So you need to make a profit first, then you get that refund back. So I didn't get my refund back yet. So let's just say the next month I'm in profit $1,000. My profit split is $1,000. On top of that $1,000, I should get that. I honestly actually forgot how much I paid to take the challenge, but I should get that back on top of the profit I made with trading with them, if that makes sense. So let's just say that you pass the challenge, pass the verification, and then right when you get your live account, you just trade, blow your account. You're not getting that refund back. You're gonna, that's just what it is. You need to have one profit split to get your refund back. If you don't get that profit split, you're not getting a refund. So pretty important to know. Okay, so enough talking. Let's get into the FTMO platform, and then we'll get into the last couple of trades that I've taken that have really just got me so juiced and just ready to trade next week. Like, I just know that I'm gonna have a really good week, and if not, a good week, a good 2 weeks, good 3 weeks. Like, I have this positive mindset. I'm ready to go, and I'm so excited. So let's get into the platform and let's take a look at that. Okay, so here is the first trade that I took that should have, I don't want to say should have, but would have been a take profit. But this was the thing, and I'm not making excuses, but this is what happened. So, well, let's just go over it. So price started to trend upwards, marked my key levels, and this was the level I wanted price to come back to and respect. So this level here, this is what I was talking about. So I saw price come back here. Imagine this didn't happen, none of this here. Price came back, and I wanted price to leave, come back before I would take a buy for another leg of the uptrend. So that's what I was looking for. So this is the notes I have taken. So is there a clear bias? Yes. Overall, this is a bull market. Yes. I'm buy bias. Have I identified my key level? Yes. Here's my key level. Are you trading your plan? Yes. I'm trading a double bottom. I like double bottoms. I like double tops. That's what I like to trade. And I saw price come back to the level that I marked. You know, I had this planned already. I saw price come back. I had an indecision candle, so I was going to take a buy stop entry and, you know, hope that this was going to make a higher high if this was going to continue the uptrend. This is just how I trade. What is it called to take this trade? Looking for a double bottom and key level. Price came back to the key level and left a wick. So wick, really, this was really an indecision, not so much a wick. And do I have enough range for break even? Yes. So I could come back here. This was my break, you know, I was at least price could come back here to make the triple top. And when price came back here, I do have enough range to get to break even, because I go break even 1 to 1. So about here would have been break even trade, and I do have enough range. So yes, this is my criteria is right here to get into the trade. So I enter this trade. Here was the results of this trade. So it was a break even. So I closed this trade out manually. The reason why I closed this out manually, so when I entered this trade, I immediately entered. I was in drawdown, and luckily, look how close price got to stopping me out. It was just like 0.1, 0.2 pips away from stopping me out, but it did not. I'm actually really impressed with FTMO's broker that it did not stop me out with the spreads. It did not, and I'm really surprised with that. So I did not get stopped out here. Price came back up. You know, I was finally getting into profit. I was in drawdown for quite a bit. Price came back up, and then as I started to get into profit, my internet went out, like on my computer. So when that happened, you know, I started worrying because that hasn't happened before. And I was thinking, maybe if the internet went out, is my stop loss still in place? Is my take profit still in place? So I'm thinking, if my stop loss and my take profit are not in place anymore, if price drops, I could lose a lot of money, you know, if my stop loss isn't there. So I didn't know. So I kind of monitored the trade with my phone. And once price, you know, came back to this level here, and it started to stall out, I closed the trade manually through my phone. I'm not really fast with MT4 through my phone and to manage it through my phone. So I just decided to close it. I wasn't very sure about it. I closed it, but overall this would have been a take profit trade, but I mean, it is what it is. My internet went down. I couldn't manage the trade through my computer. I tried to manage it through here. I'm not very familiar with FTMO, MT4 through my phone, so I just decided to close it, and it ended up being a take profit, small loss, because the commissions, the take profit, you know, was $11, but the commissions, I don't know, something. Should have been a break even, but it ended up being a small loss because of commissions, basically. Okay, so the next trade that was actually a winning trade. So with all the stretch of losses that I've had, my risk percentage has kept going down. I keep risking less money, basically. So it started with like 0.5%, going down to 1/4%, and now lately I've been risking like 0.2, 0.1, 0.5, 0.1. So the last trade I took was 0.1%, and I just needed to see a win, basically. You know, I was just needing to see a take profit get hit, and that would kind of build my confidence back up. So with this trade here, this was the last trade that I took, and I'm just, you know, I feel like this wasn't a setup I like to take, but it was a decent setup. If I didn't have these 2 wick rejections here, I wouldn't have taken this trade, but this is a really nice sign that price is reacting from this level. You have this bearish momentum, and it probably will continue bearish from this level here, this purple rectangle up here, which is a 4H, very strong support level, key level up here. So with this trade, here was my, the notes I taken. So is there a clear bias? No, there's not a clear bias. I was bullish until price reached this 4H level, and then I wasn't sure, like it was just whipsawing around. If you're a 1 minute trader, with these kind of conditions, you would should just stay away. It's just whipsawing back and forth. Like, it's kind of scary right here. It's like a roller coaster ride. But have I identified my key levels? Yes. Here's my 4H level. Here's my structure low. Here's my major low. Are you trading your planned pattern? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. This was not the pattern I was looking for, but ended up hitting take profit. This is a break and retest trade. I try to trade double tops, double bottoms, triple tops, triple bottoms kind of thing. But this was too clean. It was actually a very clean setup, so that's why I took it. What was the confirmation to take this trade? There was 3 wick rejections at this key level here, this break and retest level. And that's why I took the trade. Is there enough range for break even? Yes, there is. So those are my notes there. So price was initially bullish. Then price came back to this 4H structure level and was not able to break above. Price then took out the previous structure low right here. So came to this 4H level, broke this low, and started this new push phase down. I was just waiting for it to exhaust, and I was going to look for an entry, bearish. And with this exhaustion phase, it just came back for a perfect break and retest of this level where it held before. And that's, why I decided to take a sell stop entry back down to the major low. And the result was this winning trade here. Finally, man, I really needed this winning trade. Man, it felt so good to finally, after 3.5, 4 weeks of trading, finally hit this winning trade. It just feels really good. It feels super good. And you always start to think like, oh, if I was risking a full 1%, I'd be back in profit with my FTMO, but none of that. I'm really excited that I hit a take profit, whether it be $200, whether it be $100. I risked this amount. I made 1 to 3 with my trade right here. 1 to 3 trade, and that's all that I care about. I hit what I expected the market to do, and it did it. And that alone, I finally needed that boost to get me back in position and make me feel so much better. So yeah, I'm really excited for next week. I usually don't take these. I try not to. I rather take double tops, double bottoms, triple tops, triple bottoms, that kind of thing. This isn't a bad trade. This is really good, actually. It's like, look how perfect this is. You have a break. You're going to have a push up, higher low, and price kind of respecting this level. This is a 4H level. Price broke, push down, exhaustion, respecting this level again as a new resistance. 3 wick rejections. Like, it doesn't get any better than that. So, very happy with this trade. And yeah, I'm just, really excited to start the next week. Okay, so my notes for this trade. After reviewing this trade, has my analysis changed? No. Initially bullish, turned bearish after rejection of the 4H level, followed by structure violation. Structure violation being this. The structure was violated with a lot of bearish momentum, and price pushed down. Did I follow my trading plan when analyzing and executing and managing the trade? Yes, I usually have my trading panel set up to where I'm kind of hands off. Could I have entered or managed the trade better? With this trade, no. I feel like this was a real, this was, how do I go back? Okay. Could I have entered or managed the trade better? No. I feel like this was a really good entry on this trade. I wouldn't have really entered it any other way, so I feel like this was really good. Final thoughts and lessons learned on this. It was a good trade. I was upset for missing the first setup. Oh yeah, that's right. So I missed this right here. I was looking at this level as a double bottom level. So price was down here, pushed up, made a higher low, and then I was waiting for price to come back to this area to make a double bottom to take a buy back up. And this momentum shift right here just happened too fast. I couldn't enter. I didn't have enough time, and price just took off without me. So I was upset about that. I was looking at the charts for 2.5 hours in the morning, and I missed this trade. So I was kind of upset about that. Then you have this craziness right here. There was some Euro news that came out, and I missed this. Euro news came out, and I was just kind of sitting on my hands right here, just waiting for something to happen. and I had this break at this level, exhaustion, retest, and I took this sell here, which turned out to be a good trade. So that was the last couple of trades I've taken. If I keep taking trades like this, with this mindset, with understanding the markets like this, I'll be in a really good position. So just really looking forward to next week. Okay guys, that's it for this video. If you stayed this long, I appreciate you. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully my next video I'll have a first profit split. I'll be in the green. So, you know, stay on the lookout for that. I feel like I will be. You know, my last couple of trades have been really good. I've been back testing and I'm just so confident right now. I feel really strong. I feel really good. And obviously, you know, I feel like I have really good risk management. So that's the keys right there. That's what you need. That's the recipe right there. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for staying this long, and we'll see you in the next one.